can go back to when Jake was in the land of Scotland. What we did over there is we bred out the Edomites. You know, that was or was it?
What's that movie? True Romance.
I was thinking Braveheart.
Oh, that one too. Yeah.
You know, because
Braveheart, they were trying to breed us out.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, so
Braveheart. That's where the wheat and tares come in.
Right. That's what I got Matthew 13.
Wait a second.
Numbers 31 and 17.
Right.
Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have not known a man. But
right, he says kill every male.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Kill. Now therefore kill every male among the little ones, and kill every woman that have known a man by lying with him, but all the women, children that have not known a man by lying with him, keep alive for yourselves. Keep going.
Yeah.
And do ye abide without the camp 7 days. Whosoever.
That's 14. Slightly. That's where I messed up.
Sorry, 14.
Yeah.
Okay, Numbers 31 and 14. Moses was wroth with the officers of the host, with the captains over thousands, and captains over hundreds, which came from the battle. And Moses said unto them, have ye saved all the women alive?
Right, so Moses is like, you basically, you spared the women. You gave them mercy. Go ahead.
Behold, these caused the children of Israel. Behold, these caused the children of Israel through the counsel of Balaam to commit trespass against the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Shai in the matter of Peor, and there was a plague among the congregation of the Lord Yahweh by Shemi Shai.
Right, so separate yourself. Basically he said separate yourself from these heathen women because they basically made you go off. You grab yours.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 24. Another parable put he forth unto them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is likened unto a man who sowed good seed to his field. But while men slept, his enemy came and sowed tares among the wheat, and went his way. And when the blade was sprung up and brought forth fruit, then appeared the tares also. So the servants of the householder came and said unto him, Sir, doest not thou sow good seed in thy field? From whence then have it tares? He said unto them, an enemy have done this. The servant said unto him, wilt thou then that we go and gather them up? But he said, nay, lest while ye gather up the tares, ye root up also the wheat with them.
Right, so basically the wheat are, you call your Israelites that, look like other nations. Your tares are your heathens that looks like your traditional Israelite. Because the enemy, sow his seed, which is, impregnate, our women, but that seed, or where that child is going to come forth, is going to be that of a Edomite. It's going to be that which the father is. Go ahead, I know.
2 Samuel 3 and 29. Let it rest on the head of Joab and on all his father's house, and let it there not fail. For the house of Joab, one that have an issue, or is a leper, or that leaneth on a staff, or that falleth on the sword, or that lacketh bread. And this is basically talking about some of the tares are going to be white, white people.
That means that some Jakes are going to look like Edomites.
Look like Edomites,
because they have that leopard skin.
Slakia.
I got one. I think it's what I said.
This is second Esdras chapter. Okay, yeah, second Esdras chapter 9, starting from verse 7, and you know this is going in about how it's a custom for our people to take heathen women as wives. You know, we end up having children. Our children end up becoming basically Gentiles. You know, even though they still are descendants of Israelites, they in their mind, body, and spirit, they feel as if they're a heathen. And, you know, and they live and act as such, which is why it's so prominent now in this world. You know, when you look around, when you tell these people they're Israelites, you know, our people, they don't believe it. And then also the confusion of face. Some of them don't even realize they're Israelites if you try to tell them.
They like Goku, man. Vegeta was trying to tell him he is saying this shit. And he was nah, man. I ain't know. He was like, I don't know who Kakarot is. I'm Goku.
Or better, Superman.
Yep.
You know, he's he would be considered a god compared to the rest of the humans, but he wanted to be a coon. You know, just like how our people want to be coons here in this world. You know, even though we're better than everybody else, but we come from a whole different place. You know, niggas think they come from the hoods and the ghetto. You know, so-called Latins think they come from
Barrios.
Yeah, from Mexico, Brazil, man.
Spain.
All that,
They
Spain,
love rep in Spain.
all that bullshit, man. That's not where you come from. So I'm gonna get this. Is First Esdras chapter 9, verse 7. So Esdras arose up and said unto them, Ye have transgressed the law and marrying strange wives, thereby to increase the sins of Israel, and now by confessing give glory to Yahweh Bashem Yahushai, our Father of our fathers, and do His will, and separate yourselves from the heathen of the land, from the strange women. You know, this isn't a time of can you get that Nehemiah whenever you got it?
I didn't find it.
Okay.
What's your name?
When the kids they couldn't speak Hebrew.
I told him I want to
Okay, because this is the same time period. Because our people, we was so mixed in with them heathens that it was ridiculous. You know, we was losing our language, we was losing the land, we was in captivity under the Medes and Persians. You know, we was trying to rebuild the temple and they was effing us up. So this is Esdras. He gave the commandment to separate yourselves from these heathens and from these strange wives that you took. And keep going. Verse 10. Then cried the whole multitude and said with a loud voice, like as thou hast spoken, so will we do. You know, which, you know, we didn't do, because look at us now. You know, but he was just letting us know to put them aside. Cause that's what we always do, fucking with these white bitches, with these goop bitches.
Yeah, because we was marrying them.
That's the difference. Salak, that's the difference. You can have them as concubines, but you have to treat them, and you have to keep them, and you have to subject them to that state. You know, you can't take them as your love.
You can't love these hoes. But can I bring up a good point? Because they brought that out in the movie Hancock. Because he was in a powerful state, but every time he was close to that Edomite bitch, he was losing his power. He was losing his strength. Right. That's a form of Jake losing his mind when he's around these heathen women.
Yeah, because marrying these heathen women, start marrying them, which is marry them, you have your fucking kids around them, you got your kids are being raised up by them, learning their heathen gods, because that's what was happening to Nehemiah. Their kids were being raised up by them. Their children didn't know Hebrew. They had to put their wives away because they was marrying them. They was basically correlating with them, getting to know them and shit, which is off. You're just supposed to pop them and leave them and just use them as that. You're not supposed to. You treat them different than you treat an Israelite woman. You're not supposed to fucking get to know their customs and shit, man, because their customs are gonna cause you to go off. That's what happened in Genesis. What's that? 6? 4.
That's why we have all these confusion of faces running around. That's why we have the Israelite foreigners, the Gentiles running around. If it wasn't for us giving in, you know.
And it only matters from the Father's seed.
Yeah. But in the kingdom it's going to be different because all nations are going to worship Yahweh Bashem Yahweh Shai, you know, and we're going to be in rulership. So if we're popping women, our kids are that we have than women of other nations. Our kids are going to be in alignment, you know. Can I grab something real quick? This is Lamb backing off of Malak. This is Exodus 34:15, lest thou make a covenant with the inhabitants of the land, and they go a-whoring after their gods, and do sacrifice unto their gods, and one call thee, and thou eat of his sacrifice, and thou take of their daughters unto thy sons, and thy daughters and their daughters go a-whoring after their gods, and make thy sons go a-whoring after their gods.
Right, so basically, you know, we have Israel basically, it's funny how the whole world wants to imitate Jake, but Jake want to act like all the heathens around. Right. You know, it's basically when we came out of Egypt, you know, the Most High had to basically say, do not after the manner of Egypt. And he started, right after that, mention all this type of wicked abominations, you know, of incest, you know, sleeping with animals and all type of shit like that. You know, so we want to act like the other nations. You know, so that's why, you know, the Most High didn't want us messing with these heathen women. You know, because that spirit of them, you know, can jump on us.
It's like Sex Solomon. And that was the whole reason why that split happened.
Right. Can you grab that?
This is Nehemiah chapter 13, verse 25. And I contended with them and cursed them and smote certain of them and pluck off their hair and made them swear by Yahweh, saying, Ye shall not give your daughters unto their sons, nor take their daughters unto your sons, or for yourselves. Did not Solomon king of Israel sin by these things? Yet among many nations was there no king like him, who was beloved of his power, and Yahweh made him king over all Israel.
That's good. But basically, you know, we couldn't, you know, Israel couldn't even speak their own language, you know, correctly. You know, that's because, put it like this, the woman, back in ancient times, women weren't, you know, doing like 9 to 5s like that. They had to, you know, go in, you know, do a 12-hour shift. You know, if you had it like that, basically your woman was a stay-at-home woman. You know, so which means that she's going to be with the child more often. So if the woman's going to be with the child more often, you want your woman to be able to teach them the customs of Yasharallah. You know, the laws, statutes, commandments. You don't want your woman, you know, being a heathen woman and she's at home all day, you know, with her Buddhist idols and shit like that. You know, she's gonna be teaching them, you know, all this, you know, type of, you know, ching chong, you know, fortune cookies type shit. You know, so you don't want your children, you know, raised up like that. So that's why, you know, another reason why you put more emphasis on, you know, getting, you know, women of our own people.
This is Luke chapter 4, verse 21. 27. Luke chapter 4, verse 27. And many lepers were in Israel in the time of Eli. It's Elias.
Eliakim?
It's
okay.
It's Eli Zeus. It's spelled.
Okay.
The prophet, and none of them was cleansed, saving Naam the Syrian. And all they in the synagogue, when they heard these things, were filled with wrath, and rose up and thrust him out of the city, led him into the brow of the hill, or the brow of the hill, wherein their city was built, that they might cast him down headlong.
That's good. But basically, if you go back, you know, into the history, you know, you had Israelites that had lepers, and they had to be put outside the camp. That's according to the law as well. You know, so basically, Yahweh Shah was saying, you know, there was a lot of lepers in Israel, and wasn't none of them cleansed. You know, so basically, you know, you got different types of lepers, but these basically they got mad because they was like, oh, so now you trying to say Israel's white? You know, that's why they got pissed off on it. They couldn't comprehend that Yahweh Shah was telling them that not every Israelite is going to be black. You're going to have some Israelites that's, you know, going to be, you know, look leprosy, or have, you know, be white, or even, you know, in between. You know, so they didn't be able to understand or comprehend that.
And that king's name that who killed the Edomites and started worshiping the idols was Amaziah, and he didn't dwell in the land after. That was my bad. This is Isaiah 16:4. Let my outcast dwell with thee, Moab. Be thou a cover to them from the face of the spoilers, is that extortioner is added in. The spoilers cease. The oppressors are consumed out of the land. Is that talking about the outcast of Israel dwelling amongst the Moabites?
I believe so.
Okay, that's the main point I was getting at. The outcast of Israel dwelling amongst Moab.
Can you go back to that? What I tell you to get? What was it?
First Kings?
No, I told you. Hosea 1:2. Okay, you got it.
Matthew 13:47. The kingdom of heaven is like a net, like unto a net that was cast into the sea and gathered every kind, which when it was full, they threw it ashore and sat down and gathered the good into vessels and cast away the bad away. And so shall it be at the end